This is Newsline 9 Sports.
A big day in the NFL. All teams had to trim down to a 53-man roster by the 3 o'clock deadline before the regular season. The Packers started the day with 87 players, but have since decided to move forward with a 2-man quarterback unit, putting an end to the close competition for the third-string QB job. Both Joe Callahan and Taysom Hill were cut. The release of Hill may come as a mild surprise after his stellar preseason performance, finishing with 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. But he still has a chance to make it onto the practice squad so long as he doesn't get picked up by another team. The other surprising release was wide receiver Malachi Dupre, the Titans' 7th-round draft pick. Dupre made a name for himself during the offseason and camp, but that progress came to an end when he suffered a concussion in the first preseason game against the Eagles. Other Packers notable cuts include 4 wide receivers, D'Angelo Yancey, Max McCaffrey, Michael Clark, and Monte Crockett. A surprising move in which the Packers choose to cut ties with both of their draft picks. This means Green Bay will only have 5 wide receivers for this first game against the Seahawks. And Vince Biegel will start off the season on the PUP list. So the Rapids native will sit out for the first 6 weeks. A full list of roster moves is online in the sports section of WAOW.com. It was a bit of a roller coaster, but the Badgers got it done against the Aggies last night in what started as a nail-biter but quickly turned into a blowout. Wisconsin didn't get on the scoreboard until nearly halftime when Bradrick Shaw dives into the end zone for the touchdown. The Badgers then headed into halftime tied at 10 with Utah State. But they turned the tide defensively, holding the Aggies to 5 of 16 on the 3rd down conversions. Wisconsin went on to score 49 unanswered points in the second half for the explosive 59-10 victory. Dropped passes, sacks, and early penalties got in Wisconsin's way. But as far as that sloppy first half, the Badgers say they had to stop beating themselves to get it done.
We was playing Wisconsin versus Wisconsin and Utah State instead of just Wisconsin versus Utah State, so we was hurting ourselves.
Yeah, I think, I guess we just got to start it off better. That's probably the obvious message there, but it seemed like when everybody was playing loose and everybody kind of knew that we were going to have a drive and score a touchdown, everything changed for us.
UW-Stevens Point opens up their season today against St. Norbert. SNC takes the early lead, but the Pointers put in the work to go into double OT. It's 27-27, and the Knights score first on a passing play. Tanner Beeman blocks SNC's extra point. Knights take the 33-27 lead. Now the Pointers possess the ball. Swigart launches a 25-yard pass from the line of scrimmage to Jonte Webb. They tie it up. The Pointers go for the extra point, and it's good. UWSP takes the 34-33 win, their first of the season.
All I was thinking was gotta block the kick, and then offense, because I already know offense is gonna go out there and score. I got so much trust in them; they can do everything. And all I was thinking is that our D needed to block the kick, and we got the game.
Brewers enter Game 2 against the Nationals, sitting 4 games behind the first-place Cubs in the Central. The Crew takes the 2-1 lead in the 6th on a Stephen Vogt double to right. It gets past first, and Neil Walker scores on an error. It's a 2-2 tie in the 8th inning. 1 man on for the Nats. Trey Turner smacks this one deep to center field wall. Keon Broxton goes after it, but just not in time. Wilmer Defoe makes his way around from first base and scores to give Washington the lead. Last out in the 9th, 1 on for the Brew Crew. Manny Pena sends it high and deep, but Michael Taylor comes through with the catch to end it. Nats win it in Miller Park 3-2. The Brewers fall 4.5 games behind Chicago, the furthest Milwaukee has been out of first place all season.
Just been back and forth all year with the Brewers.
Yep.
It's an exciting time.
Highs and lows.
Gotta love it.